very basis of the CD, we want it to say, these are all of the things that I've thought about God, or I've struggled with about God, or have compelled me to think about God, and maybe I haven't been able to come right out and say it. Like, whether it be, horrible, terrible, like, compelling, thought-provoking, like, actually say it, get it out there, like, to where the listener is thinking to themselves, that's something I've thought before, but we've fooled ourselves into thinking that God hasn't known that we've thought it, and to just bring a real rawness to the idea of the human heart and how wicked and prideful it can become so quickly, yet it still pulls at the thought of God, and knowing that there's some reason why you fear, there's some reason why you experience joy and sorrow and different things of that magnitude. The way that we wrote it and the way that we want it to be portrayed musically is, while the lyrics are thought-provoking, we want the music to, I guess, in a way, provoke you to the reality of your own thoughts, like for it to compel you to actually delve into a way of thinking that maybe you haven't examined in your own heart, to really bring out the very core of why you believe what you believe. I think that we wrote it to, like, pull together from beginning to end the idea of, like, we're oppressed but we're hopeful. Though we go through struggle, we come out with a Redeemer, with a Savior, and the music does that, in that the dynamics switch so often. Like, it brings about aggression, it brings about sorrow, there's hope in it, there's redemption in it. There's so many things that we try to pack into it, to where we can, at the end of it, really do our best to encapsulate every end of the spectrum that could go through the listener's mind. With Depths, the primary, I guess, way that I wrote each song was to take it from the problem to the resolution within that one piece, within that one song, and for the listener to have a hopefulness within the end of each track. But with this CD, the artwork, the lyrics, the music in and of itself, it all just, it flows in a much lengthier fashion. The way that we feel God works is, He pulls us into Himself, like, and we want the music to do the same thing. We want the beginning to show kind of a hopelessness, and how God uses our broken vessel to pull us into Himself and use us when we feel like we're unusable. So that's the very, I guess, macro ideas behind the CD and kind of what we're going to portray.
What are the lyrics that you have so far?
They're not very good. They're pretty awful. I want you to believe that I'm a psychopathic killer by the end of this.